Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Imagine you're standing on a rocky beach watching the waves roll in. Each wave crashes against the shore, creating a burst of spray and sound. It's a powerful display of nature's force, and yet it's also fleeting. The wave disappears as quickly as it arrived, leaving behind only the memory of its impact. Emotions can be like those waves. They rise up suddenly, overwhelming us with feeling, and then they disappear, leaving us changed forever. But what if we could learn to control these emotions, to ride the waves without being swept away by them? That's where Stoicism comes in. Stoicism teaches us that we don't have to be controlled by our emotions. We can learn to recognize them, understand them, and even manipulate them to our advantage. It's not about denying our emotions or trying to shut them down. It's about embracing them and using them to make ourselves stronger and wiser. In this video, we'll explore some of the key Stoic techniques for managing emotions. Before we begin, I wanted to take a moment to express my gratitude to all of you for helping us reach an incredible milestone of 1,000 subscribers. Let us now start with our lesson. Lesson number 1, understand the dichotomy of control. This foundational Stoic principle is a cornerstone for achieving emotional mastery and serenity. Stoicism teaches us that there are aspects of life we can influence, and there are those we cannot. The key to emotional stability lies in recognizing this fundamental distinction. In our daily lives, we often grapple with anxiety, frustration, and stress over matters that are beyond our control. These might include external events, the actions of others, or the unpredictabilities of the future. These are often the sources of our most potent negative emotions. But here's the Stoic insight. We have absolute control over our thoughts, actions, and reactions. These are the internal aspects of our lives, the domains where our sovereignty is unquestioned. Our thoughts. We can choose our thoughts, direct our focus, and decide how we interpret events. We can train our minds to think rationally, positively, and productively. Our actions. Our behavior is entirely within our control. We decide how we act in any given situation. We can choose to act in ways that align with our values and principles. Our reactions. Perhaps the most crucial aspect is our reactions. While we can't control external events, we can control how we respond to them. This is where the true power of emotional mastery lies. We can choose not to react impulsively, but to respond thoughtfully and in accordance with our values. So the Stoic lesson is clear. Focus your precious energy on these internal aspects, your thoughts, actions, and reactions. And as for the external matters beyond your control, learn to let them go. Lesson number 2, accept the nature of impermanence. This profound Stoic teaching invites us to contemplate the ever-changing nature of our existence. It reminds us that everything in life, including our emotions, is transient. In our fast-paced and unpredictable world, it's all too easy to become ensnared by our emotions, whether it's the joy of success or the sorrow of failure. These emotions can be incredibly intense, and it's natural to want to hold on to the positive ones and push away the negative ones. But the Stoics offer us a different perspective, a perspective rooted in acceptance. Consider this. The highs and lows of life, much like the changing seasons, come and go. They are part of the natural ebb and flow of existence. The joy you feel today may not be there tomorrow, and the sorrow you experience now will eventually pass. This impermanence is a universal truth. So how does this realization help us in our quest for emotional equanimity? It does so by encouraging us to detach from our emotions. Instead of resisting or clinging to them, we learn to observe them with curiosity and acceptance. When you recognize the fleeting nature of your emotions, you can maintain a sense of inner calm even in the face of life's ups and downs. The joy you experience becomes a beautiful moment to savor, while the sorrow becomes an opportunity for growth and learning. The Stoic lesson is not to suppress your emotions, but to acknowledge their impermanence. By doing so, you can respond to life's challenges with greater resilience and grace. When you accept that all emotions are passing clouds in the sky of your consciousness, you gain the power to weather any emotional storm. This Stoic teaching invites us to embrace the full spectrum of human experience, while finding peace in the understanding that, like the seasons, our emotions will inevitably change. So embrace each moment, knowing that it is unique, And remember that you possess the inner strength to navigate the ever-shifting landscape of your emotions. Lesson number 3, control your judgment. The Stoics believed that it's not external events themselves that cause emotional turmoil, but rather our judgments about them. Our thoughts and beliefs about a situation can either contribute to our inner peace or stir up conflict. In this lesson, we'll learn how to reframe our thoughts and judgments to promote tranquility. Let's start with a scenario. Imagine you've just received some unexpected news that forces you to change your plans. How do you typically respond? Do you get frustrated, angry, or stressed? These negative emotions stem from your judgment about the situation. You might be thinking, "This is terrible. I had everything planned out perfectly." But what if you could reframe your thoughts and see the opportunity instead of the obstacle? Here's an example of a reframed thought. This change in plans gives me the chance to try something new and adapt to the situation. It's an opportunity for growth and learning. By shifting your perspective, you transform a potentially stressful event into a positive experience. It's essential to recognize that our judgments are often based on subjective interpretations and biases. Ask yourself, is my judgment of this situation truly objective, or am I projecting my own fears and assumptions onto it? Take a step back, challenge your initial reaction, and consider alternative perspectives. Remember, your thoughts and judgments shape your reality. When you practice reframing, you develop the ability to separate facts from opinions and maintain emotional balance. With regular practice, you'll become adept at managing your thoughts and feelings, even in challenging situations. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you of Seneca's wise words, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." It's a powerful reminder that our minds often magnify our troubles, and by applying Stoic principles, we can learn to navigate life's challenges with resilience and wisdom. I hope you found this video enlightening and practical. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more insightful content like this. For those of you who have watched till the end, let us comment, "I will rise."